Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. We are now live on this Thursday. Thursday. Big news. We got big news. Huge news to talk about. Come on in. Let's talk. Let's talk. The truth. What Americans, we deserve answers. Ardell, number one, Ardell. Make sure you send me that before I get into this, because we're going to be into some deep stuff. So Ardell, when you get a chance, escapano13 at cox.net. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get into some stuff here, guys, and we need to share this video. I've already sent something to Trump's campaign, and I know you guys. And hello, everybody, welcome in. I appreciate you guys being here. We got some stuff. We got some very breaking news that I'm surprised that CNN's not taking advantage of it. I'm surprised Fox is not talking about it. CNBC and all news channels. What are they not talking about? Come on in and let's find out. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for watching these videos and giving them a like. We appreciate it. Appreciate Nacho, Janine, and everybody that's on here. Ardell, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to wait for some to come in. I'm going to show a clip of a video of Marco Rubio. Guys, I'm going to go so deep into this, and it's because I love Trump. So before you guys try to read me one way or another, I believe, let me just say hello to Joe. Joe. Oh, Joe, the music turned out good. I had some copyrights, but it's okay. You know, it was a great time. Fabian had a good time. It was just different. And real quick, Joe, me and Fabian are on opposite side of the aisle, but we still love each other. You know, he's an independent Democrat, but at the end of the day, we get along real well. Guys, when I talk about this, I'm in the Oval Office. I'm a MAGA, and I always will be. I don't know why more MAGA is not covering this. By people not covering this story on Epstein, guys, please stay with me for a second. I'm going to go real deep. For people like me to talk about this, that's MAGA, it's great for Trump. And you're saying, what the hell are you talking about? Look at your title. Guys, Trump does not walk on water. Okay? He's not God. I am far walk on water. I mean, I make so many mistakes. Now, I talked about the fumble that Trump made. Now, I'm going to get into some deep stuff. First of all, Trump's got a lot. He's done more than any president, any mayor, every guy. We all know that, right, MAGA? We all know that. But sometimes, when you go too fast, meaning in life, close the border, beautiful. Price of gas going down, great, right? Get rid of the nukes, unbelievable, right? Common sense, freedom of speech, men don't play, all that stuff. But to sometimes, when you go real quick, and I do a little jogging, and I go too fast, what do we do in life, guys? What's the word I'm looking for? Come on in, like and subscribe. What happens when you go a little too fast? Even the best, every person. Tom Brady, LeBron James, the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, what happens when you go too fast? You stumble. Trump needs to talk to me. And I think, by the way, no disrespect to Joe Rogan, Sal Capano is here, and I'm going to give you my perspective. And only on this channel, on this live, you're going to hear the absolute 100% truth, MAGA. Because when you don't talk about it, and I watch some great YouTube channels, and they're not talking about it, and they're backing Trump up, is not right. I need people to correct me. I am wrong every day. I want somebody to correct me. How do you learn by mistakes if you're a mechanic and you mess up on a car? So somebody, all right, let me get into this, guys. There's 3 reasons why this Epstein files are important. It might not be important to you or me, but I'm going to tell you why it's important. You guys, what just happened, LGBT for Trump, God bless you. What just happened in Texas? What happened? What happened in Texas? Kids, they lost their lives. We're going to talk about that. My prayers and thoughts are on New Mexico, Texas, Mother Nature at its worst. This is the victims of kids. Epstein files is big, important for a lot of us. Mostly younger generation, not so much my generation. Come on in. Victims. These are young men and women on Epstein Island. People want answers. Now, you might be coming across this video and probably don't care, and you probably think this is not going to hurt Trump. Trust me when I tell you this, guys. It will hurt his legacy. And it could hurt the future president and Marco Rubio. Now, I want to show you something of Marco Rubio. And I'm going to show you. I want to hear your thoughts. And we're going to get into this video. Why this is important for Trump to know. I want you to watch this video. And watch Marco Rubio. Between him and Pam Bondi. Watch his reaction. Watch. If anybody is a psychiatrist or a doctor on here, please give me your perspective. Watch Marco Rubio. I want everybody to watch Marco Rubio. But before I do that, I got to do something here that's important. I got to clear the screen. And we're back out of the Oval Office, Paulie. Now, you ready, guys? I want you to watch and listen very closely to President Trump's answer and Marco Rubio. Please.
Decision, but the president clapped back.
Listen.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
In an interview, Bondi tried to clarify her earlier response, saying she...
All right, guys. Did you see Marco Rubio? And it's longer, but I don't want to... I know a lot of you have seen it. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, in my chat, can you do me a big favor and like and subscribe? Because you're not going to hear this on any other YouTube live. I'm going to get back into the White House. Pam Bondi juggled it. I can get into that. Donald Trump fumbled that ball, not on the 50-yard line, guys. He fumbled that ball on the 5-yard line. He fumbled it. He fumbled it. Are you still talking about the Epstein files? I know, guys. I know. Leave me your opinion. You don't care. But let me just share something with you. As Maribel said, who's a big Trump supporter, maybe bigger than me, victims and kids. Also, what is number two? What is number two that's important in the Epstein files? Let's see if you guys can guess. What is the number two? We talked about the victims. What also is important with the Epstein files? You know what's important, ladies and gentlemen? What's important? What is important? Promise. What did Donald Trump do? He promised Americans that I would show and you would hear about the Epstein files. Yes, he did. And that's one promise that he's ignoring right now. Now, he can come through after he hears me. Or, I believe, you guys can be laughing behind the scene. Go ahead and laugh. But I believe he watches lots of YouTube. Why isn't the news talking about this? By the way, before I go any farther, Biden. And this is not a distraction. We will go back to Trump. The doctor. Why aren't we hearing about this? You ready? Doctor pleads the fifth on Joe Biden. Sleeping. Not fit for president. Nobody's talking about this. I'm fired up because you know what, guys? It's not about Trump. It's not about Sleepy Joe and a cover-up administration and other presidents have been horrible. It's about the American people, ladies and gentlemen. And they want us to forget about the Epstein files. They want us to forget about Joe Biden. The news is not two top stories. They could spend an hour on the doctor right now who pleads the fifth. He pleads the fifth. We all know that Biden wasn't running this nation. They're not covering it. And we all know that Trump made a promise. And MAGA, I know a lot of you on here right now, give it to me. But I want everybody to understand something. He promised us. He promised us, ladies and gentlemen. Number two, it was the promise. Why is this important? He promised the American people we will expose the files. I can't guarantee who's on there. He's not showing it for a reason. It's not because he's on there. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump is not on there. I've said this yesterday. Absolutely not. Okay? Let's just say this. I said my thoughts, why he's not exposing it, and I'm going to tell you again. Because of what? Us. He's worried. There is so much exposure that's on there with athletes at the Epstein. There's so many on there. Past presidents, Congress, Senates, Republicans, and Democrats. Now, number 3 reason he needs to show the files. What is it? What is the number 3 reason? It's pretty easy. Thank you, Nacho. What is the 3rd reason why he needs to show the files? What is it? Ladies and gentlemen, a mega movement. Mega movement. Now, most mega will say it's okay. We can move on. We have a short memory. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I've been asking mega around in government. Out of 20 people I asked, 17 say, I like Trump. I'm still with Trump. I've lost focus. This is bad, guys. And the number 4 reason is politics. We don't want another political president. We voted for Trump because he's one of us. And I still believe he's one of us. I really do. Paul, I'm with you, Paul, my friend. I'm with you 100,000%. I mean that. Let me look at you, Paul. But I'm giving you some facts. I care because this could hurt us. Excuse me, us. Republicans get in the House and future president. Trust me, guys. I've been following politics. This is big. I don't think people realize on how big this is. I know, Paul. I don't care either. I know there's more things to do, more fish to fry, this, that, whatever. We got floods, we got kids, we got to protect our borders. All that's so important. But it's the thing, what it is when you come out and you make a promise, Paul, me, Joe Smith, a lot of us on here, but I'm telling you how the mind works. And he got elected because he won on a landslide. People were tired of lies. People were tired of politics. People wanted a president, and he is that president still. But they don't want to hear about a cover-up. We want to hear the promise. We're not perfect at all. But this is huge. And I hope I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, but this could. Now, on the flip side, it's not too late. Trump can listen to my live. Trump can listen to Joe Rogan's live. Trump can listen to the bigger YouTube channels. I hope he does. Maybe he'll listen to Hannity because Hannity is actually exposed it too. Maybe he'll listen to Tucker. Maybe he'll listen to Omega. But here's the problem, guys. I think he got caught up a little bit too. He's got to be a husband. He's the president. He's got to be a husband. He's got to love his grandkids. He's 79. He's got to spend time with his family. He wants to take care of us. He wants to make sure we're on the right track. And we are. Believe me, we are. But sometimes when you go a little too quick and you don't take that deep breath and you don't slow down, and yes, Paul, and yes, everybody, it's not a big deal. My uncle says it's not a big deal. And he's a MAGA, but he says, you know, you're right, Sal. You're right. I go, what do you mean? He never says I'm right. He goes, no, you're right. He goes, he needs to know about it. Yes, this is huge. I want the conservatives to continue. It won't. It could. Now, in the chat, what is the bigger cover-up for you? I'm going to ask everybody. I want everybody just to think about this. I'm going to give you 3. Is it the pandemic, JFK, John F. Kennedy, or Epstein files? Think about it before you say it. Is it the pandemic, Epstein files, or JFK? I know MLK, Martin Luther King too. We can throw that in there. What is the most important? And then I'll tell you what my thoughts are. Hello, everybody. Hey, Sal, we got another Sal. What do you hear? What do you know? And Uncle Charlie's here. Appreciate you guys. This is big, guys, and it's not going to go away. Not going to go away. Mike Demore, how are you? Thank you for the membership. Appreciate you guys being here. Guys, I'm talking pandemic. Pandemic is way more important, Janine. Pandemic is way more important. Way more important. Way more important. How many people forgot about the pandemic, though? Right now. What happened? We kind of forgot about the pandemic just a little bit, right? So, Paul coming in through for a $20 donation. Sal, can you see any Coke left in the office from Hunter? Oh, man, you know, I got to tell you, Paulie, I'm over here. I've been searching around. Thank you so much, Paul. If you're just coming in, guys, this is the channel where we, a lot of us on here support Trump and we talk Trump. And I'm not calling him out, but I am I want to help him. You, Sal Capano, can help Trump? Yeah, I can help Trump out. I've been looking around, Paul. All I found, Paul, was, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on, Paul. All I can see is, other than Pam Bondi being nervous, is this Coke here, Paul. This Coca-Cola right here. Let's go here. I'm going to go outside. I feel like going outside. I'm outside now, the White House, Paul. Appreciate you guys being here. Guys, the reason, I know a lot of people are going to skip, are not hearing me. This is so important for all America right now, Democrats, Republicans, and I can't believe that CNN's not talking about it. Now, I'm going to tell you why CNN's not talking about it. I'm going to tell you why Fox is not talking about it. CNBC's not talking about it. I want everybody to think, why is not CNN talking about this? Why isn't CNN taking advantage of this? Are they? Why isn't CNN not talking about this? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Okay, Trump's on the list. Why isn't CNN talking about it? Think. I said it a little while ago. Why? Why? What's going on? Hey, now, guys, if you're new to the channel, first of all, thank you. Let's thank Paul real quick. I know Paul wouldn't want to thank you, but I'm saying thank you for sponsoring today's live. And thank you yesterday for all the live on Disco, just to mix it up a little bit. So thank you so very much for all the likes and subscribing. We have 26 likes and 717 in the chat. The reason why CNN's not talking about it, well, I'm going to wait for some more likes. I'm only kidding. I appreciate it, guys. If you can like the channel. I know a lot of you want to hear what I have to say, but it means a lot so I can continue these live broadcasts, and Disco Sucks and Rock is In. We did a little bit of both, Paul. It was good. It was good. We did a little rock. It was fun. And, of course, I got a copyright from it, but that's okay. The reason CNN's not showing it, and reason why a very little talk on Fox is this. Because you think they take advantage, because they know there's candidates. They know that there's Democrats that are on that list. They know that there's Democrats on that list. They're scared. They know Republicans are on that list. They know that NBA players could be on that list. NFLs could be on that list. And just because they're on the list, it doesn't mean they're involved. But this was an Epstein Island that people could have socialized with him before he went nuts. And if they're on the list, it's money involved. And I don't think the producer of CNN, Fox, CNBC, don't want to talk about it because of that. They're scared. But YouTube, thank you, YouTube. I appreciate on behalf of YouTube and Facebook for letting the podcast, I'm very small, but the big and the better YouTubes discuss this. It needs to be talked about it because of why? You, me, and your beautiful family, and all of us. We've been lied to with John F. Kennedy. Thank you for subbing, by the way. We've been lied to with Martin Luther King. We've been lied to with the assassination attempt with Donald Trump. We're being lied to with Joe Biden, not fit for president, pleading the fifth. We've been lied to with Dr. Fauci, not a real Italian piece of shit. Now we're being lied to the Epstein files. I'm not saying Trump is lying, but we're being lied to and Trump is worried. Trump is scared. I have no problem with Trump dodging the question. I have a problem with Donald Trump saying, you will. Well, that's Bill Clinton. You will find out. We will open up the Epstein files. We will recover that. And now he says, Epstein files, we got floods. And he's right, Donald Trump. He's protecting us, guys. He's protecting past politicians. He might be protecting CNN. He might be protecting, excuse me, not CNN. He might be protecting past presidents like Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. He might be protecting George W. Bush. He might be protecting other politicians. And he's a little worried. And he's also worried about his life. Because imagine if he comes out tomorrow and says, gosh darn it, you guys want to know the list? I have the list. I have the list. I'm tired of it. I got the list. Here's the list. Here it is. You want to see it? Now, on that list is names I just said. And that would, trust me when I tell you this, guys, there would definitely be an assassination. Not only to mention, we don't know about Israel at Epstein Island. We don't know about Iran people, government. We don't know about Cuba. We don't know about China. You think there's nobody on the list? Guys, go take a cold shower right now, because we all know if there's not a list, there's documents. They were making, and I quote, they were saying had codes like the Italians have. Us Italians used to say pizza. Pizza was a code with anchovies. They had codes. They would say Snow White. Snow White meaning a female. This Jeffrey Epstein, this guy's a creep, a piece of shit. He was a horrible person, Epstein. He was bad. Horrible. Similar to somebody else we just know, right? Diddy? These people think they have the power and the money to get away with this, but the problem is, laughs, the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it the last time, Trump would have been better off saying, I don't know if we have all the files. If he would have just used those words, then I wouldn't even be doing this live today. Now, the question is this. Will this hurt his legacy? Or more importantly, will this lose the House of Representatives coming up soon in a year and a half? Or more importantly, will the Democrats get into office? I don't think so. But I talked about this yesterday, Janine, and what did I say? Elon Musk, third party, and I don't mean him being the president. Ladies and gentlemen, we can very well have a middle party. I don't know if that's good or bad. That's up to you to decide. And a lot of you are coming across saying, what the hell? Why would the Epstein files be that important? It's not that important for most of us. But when you involve kids and victim of kids, I don't want anybody to feel bad. Please. I'm just saying when it involves kids, it's important for that man in West Virginia, no disrespect, who's drinking a nice Coors Light, who's a hard worker, who's paid his taxes. He's a mega, and he's for America. But gosh darn it, he's having that cigarette and that pipe. And you know what he's saying? It's not that important. But I want Trump to succeed. I want him to continue being the president he is. And I want future president like a Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance to follow in his footprints. That guy from West Virginia, that 65-year-old retirement, is mad. And a lot of people are upset. Now, a lot of yous on here, I'm reading the comments, don't you think I'm not? It's not affected one way or another. And that's good. But it is affecting some others. And that's what we're talking about today. By the way, I'm Sal Capano. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate all the likes sharing this video. I got to tell you, I am upset that CNN and Fox are not covering this and also Joe Biden. Now we're going to talk about Joe Biden. How the hell can a doctor come on and plead the fifth? Thank you so much, Maribel. Appreciate it. And we're okay with that? Are you okay with this, guys? That the past president, I say president of the United States, former committee of the United States of America run by Pocahontas, run by Joe Biden, run by Pete Buttigieg, run by other Democrat officials, all fairness to Joe Biden, and their doctor coming out and saying, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. How the hell could that not be a big story on Fox or CNN? How could they not be talking about it, Paul? I'm fired up, guys. And the reason I'm fired up, because I love Donald Trump, guys. I really do, guys. I want America back, and it is back. I might be making a bigger deal than it is, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so, because we've been let down so many times. I'm tired of being let down. And I do believe the pandemic, Janine, we're going to go back to, I asked a question, I think the first comment was Janine. Pandemic was much bigger than this. Why was the pandemic much bigger? Because it involved kids. It involved you, your family, my wife's family, Paul's family, April's family, Brenda's family, Janine's family, Lemon J's family, everybody that's on here that took away lives. And by the way, that pandemic needs to be investigated. We need to find answers. For me, that's way up here. And I have to say, though, the Epstein files is here. But you see on how fast we forgot about the pandemic. I know you guys didn't forget about the pandemic, but you see how and now what they're hoping for now, ladies and gentlemen, is this. They're hoping that this Epstein just goes away. Right into the ocean. Now, I know a lot of you guys on here want it to go away. I don't want it to go away. Why? You really hate Trump, Sal? What's going on? No, I love Trump. I don't want it to go away because I know people are going to be, some people are going to be in the back of their heads. And those Democrat voters and MAGA. I want to win the House. I want to take over. I want Marco Rubio. I want the Republicans to stay in force until we get a better system. And I'm afraid that this is going to be right up there on that top 2 list behind John F. Kennedy. It's aggravating to me. Now, with all that said, I hope I can come on Saturday or even Friday. What is tomorrow? Friday? I hope that Trump will come on and say, all right, I'm going to unravel some information. And then that would be pretty good. It would still be a fumble, but it wouldn't be a fumble and a touchdown. Right? So that's my thoughts on that. Now, I want to get into my next topic, but I'm going to read some comments. Our next topic is a cover-up in Texas, in Kirk County. As the death toll now is, Lemon J, are you on here, Lemon J? The death toll now is 96 deaths in Kirk County. Am I reading 200? What a damn shame what happened there. I'm going to talk about a possible cover-up there, too, in a second. And it's not what you're thinking. It has nothing to do with weather. It was Mother Nature. The weather job they did their job. Trump did not defund the weather. And even if there was something in the bill and there's nothing in the bill, it still hasn't even been, it's been signed on, but it takes a while before it goes in. The cover-up is what? I believe there's a cover-up between the state, mayor, and other officials. And they're going to be talked about. 110 deaths. Crazy. And more flooding in New Mexico. But there's a cover-up there, too. There's certainly some kind of a cover-up. Not having phones at the campsite? Give me a break. Absolutely, Paul. April, thanks for being in here. Kathy, how are you? 96 in Kirk County. 96. Thank you for letting me know that. What's up, North Carolina? I'm going to read some comments, guys. 120 are lost their lives. Thank you. 173. Did I just read 173? 173 missing. Tap my hat off to the police, first responders. They're doing an excellent job. You imagine they're taught to do this, but they're not taught to put their head on a pillow at night and go to sleep and deal with it. Everybody deals with this different. This is very hard when you're out there with finding bodies of kids and little girls and boys. Very, very sad. I'm hoping there's no cover up. But there's something more than we know. And to hear what I'm hearing about the campsite, about you can't have a phone there, let me tell you something. There's a major lawsuit on the owner of that campsite, if it's true, allegedly. I don't know for sure. I'm only hearing what I've heard from different parties. I like your background. Where's Trump? Trump is, Maribel's a great question. The wife says, where's Trump? Trump is listening to me right now. I think he went and got one of my great cigars, Maribel Paul, and he's having a Coke, a cola. He's having a soda Coke, and he's having a cigar, and he's saying, man, this guy's sound might be right. Maybe I did fumble the ball. I don't know. Trump might be in the bathroom. Or Trump's probably working because he's working for America. He's working for us. And he's still my president. Guys, he is my president. I am covering this topic because I care for Trump. And if we don't call and let him know about his fumble, how do you know you fumbled the ball? Could you think Marco Rubio would tell him that he fumbled? You think Pam Bondi would tell him he fumbled? What about Bongino? Would Bongino say that he fumbled? What about J.D. Vance? Would he call him out? So who else to call him out than a YouTuber, Sal Capano? Call him out. Let him know. Let him know what the hell's going on. And he might just say, okay, I will listen to the American people. Because you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It's about you. All of you. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, black and white, gay and straight, bi, Italian and Irish, hillbilly, Filipino, all Americans that are living here legally, and myself and my family. And I want the justice and American first with our next president, J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. But if this continues to fumble, too many fumbles can cause a game. Election. Too many. Let me just say this one fumble is not the end of the world. But this needs to be addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. What's your thoughts on this? I got to tell you guys, I'm upset in many ways with almost every politician at this point. And yes, a little bit of Trump, because I love him so much. And I want him to change America. And he is. I hope that Donald Trump can play some golf. Wait a minute, guys. Stay with me. Maybe get a little sleep. Maybe call me up and have a cigar. And then go back with Marco Rubio and him only, not Pam Bondi. And why you put Marco Rubio in the middle? Poor Marco Rubio like this. Did you see him? You know what's going through Marco Rubio's head? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what did Trump just say? Right? Maybe I'm wrong. But we see in his face, we see Pam Bondi's face to my right. She has no damn clue. He was trying to have her shut up. In Italian, we say, stata ziccia, stata ziccia. He tried to keep her shut. But no. Blabbermouth. She's a blabber. I'm only kidding, guys. She's working very hard. But I think it would have been best for her to keep her mouth shut. Good time. How are you? I think it would, when they were asked that question there. Let me just show you right here. Right here. Let me take the screen away. I'm going to just show you this one more time here. I mean, look at this. Marco Rubio. It's like, uh-oh, what in the world just happened here? What happened? What the hell did I get dragged into here?
In an interview, Bondi tried to clarify
all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
In an interview, Bondi.
We have Texas, we have this.
Marco Rubio. He's saying, uh-oh. I didn't come in. What is, and here she is, you know, probably had her Starbucks saying, uh-oh, I'm ready to go. Let me address it. And Trump, at this moment right here, probably said, what the hell did I just say? What did I just say? Why did I avoid? Why did I call out fake news CNN? Ladies and gentlemen, for me, any other time, think about this. He would have said, are you for fake news CNN? And guess what? That's what he should have done. If you're a Trump, are you fake news CNN? That's what he should have done. Or he should have said, can we talk about this at another date. We have kids that have lost their life. But he fumbled the ball, guys, a little bit.
Yes, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
In an interview, Bondi tried to clarify her earlier response, saying she was generally talking about reviewing files on her desk, not specifically the Epstein client list.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. Yeah, I've been following Marco Rubio for a long time, but they put him right in the middle. Here's what I predict. I predict next week, because Trump is gonna. I think Trump is in Kirk County tonight in Texas to. I think Trump is in Texas tonight or tomorrow, or he's on his way there, and to evaluate the damage and grieve and support the people and Greg Abbott and Texas. A great president he is. Laura, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. You rock. Thank you. Appreciate that. I think that he'll be back on Monday and Tuesday. He'll hold a press conference. He'll talk about what happened in Texas again. He'll probably talk about Middle East and the peace. By the way, have I mentioned how he's made peace? And he'll have him, Marco Rubio, and J.D. Vance. They'll probably be in right here. I'll show you. And I think I'll be there. Maybe I'll be in the middle. Anyhow, all joking aside, I think he'll be with the three. Chief of Staff, J.D. Vance. I think Peter Doocy should be there. You know Peter Doocy from Fox? Because he asked him the question too. I think Peter Doocy answer will be out in the report. And I think he'll say, he won't say apologize, because presidents will never say they apologize, right? And by the way, I don't think he has to apologize. But he'll probably have a question be like, as far as the Epstein files, we have looked into it a little deeper. There's a lot of stuff that's on there that we can't show pornographic. He won't dodge it. However, we're going to go over some of the victims. That's what he should say. Now, you talk about the victims. That gets attention. Oh, victims, right? Now we talk here in victims. And then, he can add on his Trump stuff in there. And that's how you can perhaps recover that fumble. If that makes sense at all. I think if he does that, that can work. I think that can work. I got to check my tripod here. Okay, thank you so much. Don't Peek. Hello, Don't Peek. Thank you for being here. Hello, friends. I know, guys, I don't believe it's that important for some of you on here. It is a little important to me, because I'm going to say it again. Most important, why I do care. This is kids. If it was your kids or your grandkids, and I believe we should have answers as Americans, but I also care about our future, our families, and going forward. And I believe we should have answers only because, I've said this multiple times, but for those who are coming in, because Trump said, he said it. The President of the United States says, we will let you know, we will have the Epstein files coming out. We will have the MLK, Martin Luther King, the great MLK. We will have the JFK files. I also think we need the assassination correct information. I also like the pandemic, what really happened in China. So, but he needs to say, because he said we're going to find out, or I will let you know. Now, that's my thoughts, guys. What is your thoughts? All right. I'm still shocked. I think Hannity's going to have a good show tonight. I don't know if Hannity's on vacation, but I got to tell you guys, it's a big, huge topic. The office looks great. Thank you. I cleaned it all up. I actually vacuumed everything myself, because that's what we do as Italians. We cleaning ourselves. I cleaned the whole desk. And by the way, thank you for all the likes and subscribe. Guys, if you're new to the channel, we help out the homeless as much as we possibly can, when we can. By liking and subscribing, it goes a long way to help out the homelessness, because on here, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, black and white, and Hispanics, gay, straight, and bi, when we can, we like the video, we subscribe, and we help out. And we're going to continue to fight for the homelessness, and we're going to continue to be Americans and continue to fight for the respect, common sense, protecting our borders, keeping peace, common sense, and having a president that we've never had before. So thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. And you know, I still don't understand why some MAGA stations aren't bringing it up like this. I just don't know why. So Don't Peek, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let me pin that on. Don't Peek, thank you for taking your time and effort. And if I missed anything else, I'm sorry, guys. Lately, you know, a lot going on, and if I don't cover it, and other YouTubes don't cover it, and by the way, speaking of other YouTube channels, make sure you like their channels if they're talking about this. I hope that more mega stations talk about it like I am. Why aren't they talking about it? Why are they just saying, keeping quiet? I know why. You guys know why. You know why they're staying quiet? I'll tell you what. Roxy, coming through. How you been, Rox? First of all, Roxy, I hope you're doing well, and God bless you, and I hope you're doing well. And thank you for that gifted membership. Coming through with 5 gifted memberships. Very nice. Shout out to Roxy and Paul for helping sponsoring today, and some others on here with the generous gifts to keep these lives. High five fist bump to Roxy. We'll wait for Roxy, how she's feeling. Roxy from now, Don't Peek is Lovebirds, Roxy, by the way. That was Lovebirds, aka. Now, Don't Peek. Yeah, Roxy has been here from the beginning. I still fight my health. Hold on one second here. I'm still fighting my health, though. Roxy, first of all, thank you so much for letting the world, and at least everybody on here. First of all, God bless you. And one hour at a time, Roxy, you know that. And thank you for that membership. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, guys, all because of you guys, we hit 30,000 subscribers. 30,000, and that's nice. And I'm just talking. You know, I have nothing to do with it. It's all you guys. And I really mean that. So, 2 high five fist bumps. And that was part why we did a little disco rock last night. Why not do it with my closest friend, Fabian? Fabian's an independent Democrat. But you know what? He's been very respectful. You know, he agrees on certain things with Trump, and some he disagrees. He wants his party to do better. I don't know where he's heading at now. But anyhow, at the end of the day, he's been a long-time subscriber. He does a good job. And I figured it was a nice little celebration. But we're going to be celebrating again. I'm thinking I'm going to have something planned this weekend. First of all, most important, before forget about me. But I want to make sure we have something for the homeless people this week. But also, end of the week, tomorrow, Saturday, we're also going to do a nice celebration with 30,000, probably somewhere in the pool, maybe. I don't know. We're going to do something. We're going to have something planned, and for about an hour. So thank you so much for all the support. 30,000 subscribers. Appreciate it. Roxy says, I love everybody here, except for the trolls. Except for the trolls. When we call them trolls, little people. Roxy, President Stephen Miller. WW. Welcome in, everybody, and thank you so much. We're going to continue live a little bit more here, covering this important. It's not going to go away anytime soon, or will it? Or will it go away? Will it go away? When I say will it go away, will the Epstein talk? And by the way, guys, real quick, I forgot something. Time out. There's 3 types of Epstein files of people out there. Ready? There's that Mountain Dew, Coors Light, Bud Light, West Virginia, no disrespect, hard worker, Trump supporter, United States supporter, who really cares about America, right? That supporter, he worries about the Epstein. Then there's people who don't love themselves, Roxy, Roxy, those trolls, Roxy, little people, they just don't like themselves, and I pray for them. They don't like their family. They're upset. They lost their job. They won't do anything about it. And they hate Trump. And they're going to come out and say, Epstein, Epstein. That's another Epstein person, right? Are you with me? And then you have a lot of us. We want Trump to be good. We were promised. We want him to do excellent. We want that A+ report card. We don't want an A-. We don't want a B or a C, right? He's not in the C. There's that, right? So you have three types of the Epstein. But that second one I just said, you know, that person, him or her, just don't love themselves. And I don't mean any harm on those people at all. I mean that. But you have those who come in live and say, you know, that kind of stuff. Glad to see you back. That was from Don't Peak, who was a lover before, who changed her name. April, read your comment, April. Can't hear your comment, April. Fix your audio. Audio's no good? Audio's no good? Can you guys not hear me, or was that somebody on your side? Or was it a troll? I don't know. Audio. What's wrong with the audio? Oh, cutting out? It's choppy? All right, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Let me see something here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Is that better? Can't hear me? It's better now? Now it's good? Saul Goodman? All right, so it's better? All right. Okay. All right. All right. And by the way, April, I don't know if you heard me. Thank you for your comment. I read your comment before, April. Gregory, good now? Okay. Sorry, guys. It might be much better. Thank you, Rock. Sorry about that, guy. That's annoying. I know when I watch the channels, okay, good. It might have been the White House, the Oval Office, maybe. I don't know. But we're back. Okay. Popcorn. Got the popcorn. Good. All right, good. Thank you all. Okay. So what I was saying, I don't know if you heard it, it was glitchy there. I was talking about there's three kinds of Epstein types of people. There's the one that's like a person that's like a troll, aka little person. A person doesn't love himself. A person just does who hates Trump. And they're going to come on and say Epstein, 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 right? But then you have that guy who's in West Virginia drinking a Bud Light, Coors Light, who just cares about America. And then you have those people that worry about Trump. And we want Trump to do well so we can have a future Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, or whoever you guys think. You know, we want, or in that matter, maybe even a Democrat. Maybe even a good, moderate Democrat, right? Why does it always have to be Republican? I'm just putting that out there. But you know what I mean. We want somebody to fight for America. So then there's those type of people, right? So you have three types of these Epstein files. But guys, it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Until something boils up and something comes out in the news, and then it'll kind of weaken, just like the pandemic has weakened, you know what I mean? Like a lot of us remember the pandemic, but you know, we almost forgot about Dr. Fauci. I never forget about Dr. Fauci. Would you forget about Dr. Fauci? He was not an Italian, guys. He was a piece of shit. So that guy, I never will forget about him, you know, on shutting down the nation, because there's lies, allegedly, in my opinion, for YouTube, allegedly. In my view, I have my right that we've been lied to. There's no doubt in my mind that this was a very, very bad virus and a lot of people died. But you see on how our minds are, how we can get distracted. I'm going to give you another example. When gas under the Biden administration was $5 here in Vegas and it dropped down to $4.70, I want everybody to stay with me. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? So gas in Vegas was $5 and went down to $4.70. Not now, but before. I heard a lady at the gas station, with all due respect, a cute little elderly lady. You know what she said? Wow, gas went down 30%, 30 cents. It's great. It's the best it's ever been. She didn't mean anything disrespectful, talking out loud. Our minds have a short memory because gas was under $2 when Trump was president before. So we have a memory of a present. You know, and right now the present is the Epstein files. Of course, the Texas floods and what's going, and also too, you know, Biden sleeping, you know, or excuse me, sleeping, but better words, not mentally fit. And by the way, my prayers are with Joe Biden. I really mean that when I say as far as the bone cancer and stuff. I know a lot of people. I'm just saying I'm a cancer survivor. I hope he does well. And it wasn't all his fault. It was run by different people. You know, I don't even think Joe knew what the hell he was talking about. Trump said that. Enough with that. So, but you see how our memory are, chicken nuggets. How are you? All right. So is the volume okay? Oh, Joe Biden's alive. Yeah. Okay. Get a life, trolls. Yeah. You know, there's different kind of trolls too, you know. We know about that too. You know, there's just different types. You have people that are trolls that just are so upset at themselves. And you have different kind of trolls. Never lose it on a troll, chicken nugget. And anybody, nobody should ever get upset. You know, and real quick, just you want the troll thing. Don't ever take it personal, guys. These are people you're never going to see. These are people that just don't love themselves. And then there's some who just disagree with the podcast. They don't like Trump. That's fine. You know, and then there's just trolls that are just trolls. They're up to just want to disrupt anything, whether it's a gaming channel, a Trump channel, or anything like that. So, but never let, and guys, I'm going to go a little farther real quick. Never let anybody tell you any less. Nobody. Particularly people on a live. There's lots of great people that are on this stream. In fact, 95% are great people. Different opinions. A wife, she's got some problems with the liver. Roxy, thanks for asking. She's going through some health problems herself, but she's strong, and wish her well. Yeah, so fatty liver and that kind of stuff. So thank you for asking, Roxy. But you worry about yourself and getting better. And I'm glad you stopped on for a few minutes, Roxy. And I really mean that. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. She'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, never let anybody in life, whether they're in person, on the internet, you're probably not going to see most of these people, right? So just brush it off. Just brush it off. Never let a person comment. You know, we have moderators on here doing on a 1 to 10, a 10, best they could do. So don't worry about it, you know? So, why is this guy's teeth yellow? I don't know. Maybe it's the coffee and the Coke. Thanks for telling me. I'll get a whiting tomorrow. Appreciate it. That's how you handle that, guys. That's how you handle it, just like that. All right, that's yeah. Are you coming up on August 6th? Check it out. Well, I'm looking like 60%. I have a couple plans in my, excuse me, I have a trip going to Tahoe the week after. So I have to see finances and that kind of stuff. I'm hoping. Alexander, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of things going on, but I'm hoping. Chicken nugget. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully everybody enjoy today's live. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video when it's up. Support other YouTube channels. But yeah, you know, I'm hoping that these other major news channels talk about this, you know, meaning Fox and CNN. And I still don't understand why they're not having, I mean, tonight, if I was on Fox, if I was CNN, I would have 1 hour of talk on the Epstein files. And if I was Fox, I would have 1 hour of broadcast on Biden's health, on the doctor pleading the fifth. That's important. Well, really what's important right now, too, is these poor kids that they've been covering. And they're doing a good job, a lot of these news outlets, you know, and that's on all the networks. Let's be honest, CNN as well on that particular issue. You know, these poor kids, and praying. Let's pray for these poor kids in Texas and Kerr County and the rest. ICE, baby. Yeah, and you know the difference between ICE and border control, because somebody asked me that today. Sal, what's the difference? And the difference is ICE will come and get you. They'll come and get you. They'll come to Home Depot. They'll pull you the hell out, and they'll send you back, and they'll say, "Hey, you're welcome to come back. We want you to do well and make money and come here legally, like the Irish and the Italians and a lot of people from other parts of the world." But that's the difference. Now, border control protects the borders. So that's the difference between ICE baby, and border control. So. Positive 26. I like that YouTube name. I got to say that. Anything with positive in it, I like. Positive can never be wrong with the name like positive. That's got to be good. You know. Yeah. Sal, do you think I'm a troll? Now, why would you ask that? Now you got me thinking about it. So think about that. If you would say the word troll, I'm just saying, you know, why would you ask me that? So, I don't know. Dawn, thank you for the membership. I think Crystal or Roxy here, or thank you for the membership. Nice to see you in Oval Office. It's nice to be here. Yeah. Somebody didn't like me sitting in the corner, so, and it's too hot to be outside. Hello, we are matter. Hello. It's hard to see. We had about 900 in the chat earlier, so it's hard to read all the comments. Sal, will you run for president? Absolutely not. No. Governor, maybe. President, no. Mayor, likelihood. Yeah, you know, tough times. So, Paul, South from Mayor of Vegas. Yeah, I might, Paulie. I might have to hire you for my consigliere, though. I might need you, Paul. You and Crystal. Crystal will be a good second. I need some help, you know. I need a campaign manager, you know. Right now, our mayor is Goodman. Her husband was Oscar Goodman. He protected the mob. He was a good man. His wife, she's okay, but they're going to have to move over. The Goodman's moving over, and Capanos are coming in the office. So, but president, they might eat me up alive. And you think Trump has a temper? Look how I get now. You know, Italian running this nation could be very dangerous. Could be very productive, but very dangerous. Because you think he tells the reporters to sit down and fake news? You imagine me? I think Trump dropped the F word once. I probably wouldn't cuss too much, but I would say some rude stuff. Hey, Paul, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's not unnoticed, Paul. Thank you so much, you and Roxy and everybody on here. And appreciate everybody being here in our earlier podcast today. I thought I'd go on earlier today because it's just the weather's been extremely hot. And that's why we're inside. But anyhow, I had a slower day, so it was good. I would have Italian sausage out for everybody. The first day in office after I win, after I say thank you and God bless, cigars for everybody, sauces and peppers, good rolls. I'd fly back east. It'd be good. Good wine, good vino. For those who don't drink wine, I'd have good coffee. Forget about it. It'd be an Italian style, you know? But that would not be from New York. It'd be from Philly. So a different kind of style. We say gravy. So anyhow. Ardell, I'm glad you liked it, Ardell. Yes, it was a nice yeah, Will, Laura. It's hot, man. It's about 108. But you know what, Laura? I shouldn't complain. What the hell am I going to complain? You see, I'm going to call myself out again. There's homeless people out in the street. And the heat index is like 180. I'm in the air conditioner. I go in the pool, so I shouldn't complain, but I will be careful. Thank you so much. I will be careful. Ardell, what were we talking about? Last night, disco rock. It was fun. I like a little bit of rock, a little bit of disco. I was mostly, I liked a lot. I was probably into rock more, but it was nice that it was different. I know a lot of people were coming on. What the hell is he doing? Who the hell is this guy? I didn't vote for him. And I thought Fabian did a great job. I thought Fabian did a good job on the DJ. Really did. Excellent. So it was nice. It was a nice mix-up. Yeah, the hair. I had hair last night. I don't know where the hell my hair went today. The hair's gone. The hair's gone. So what are you going to do? We get old. Speak for yourself. Some people are old with a lot of hair. Speak for yourself, Sal. See? I fumbled. I just fumbled the ball. What's up, Jose? I'm not ignoring you. First time I've seen you. Guys, if I miss messages when you have a chat, have you ever been behind me like Lori Wagner or Mike M or anybody else I met, Dizzy, and I done a video, the chat moves quick. So, you know, Randy, how are you? BB's in the house. What's going on, BB? Now, thank you for your support. Appreciate you. I try to read and acknowledge as much as I possibly can on here, guys. That's all I can do. You know, don't get offended. And that goes for any YouTube channel. If they can't see you when you have, you know, we don't have 500 in here now or 1,000, but we had like 900. It's hard to read it all. Sal, I got big news. I called that one. Big news. What is it, Chicken Nugget? What is going on? Trump sell out. American is lost. Yeah. So I try to get every comment, guys. They do the best I can. And Nacho Pancake, thank you. I appreciate you putting that like and subscribe. I told you that the other day. I'm not ignoring that either. I see it on there and how you do it. Nicey nice. Beautiful. Well done. So Nacho, high five, fist bump. What backfire? Well, I don't know if you're just coming in or not. When I say backfire, we're referring for the last 55, 60 minutes. Thank you, BB. I appreciate that. Thank you. When I say backfire, on the comment of the Epstein files, that for Trump, it's not important. That's what I meant by backfire. So when you're watching a YouTube channel, just keep that in mind, guys. Thank you so much. You know, and oh, Chicken Nugget got the driver's license. Congratulations. That's a big deal. Good for you. High five, fist bump. Congratulations. I remember when I got my driver's license. Now I'm 59 years old. I never forget my grandfather, Paul, saying, "You're going to get your driver's license." I said, "I can't wait till I'm 16. I was 16 when I got him. Farmer's license. And then next thing you know, you're 21, and then you're 35, and then you're 50, and then life continues to 59. But congratulations. You should be happy. Driver's license is important. 21's important. Actually, all ages are important, but man, that 17 isn't important. Drive safe, yes, absolutely. That's accomplishment. In fact, that's 2 high five fist bumps to anybody out there who got their driver's license. And then you're 77, the cat under the 77. That's still young. If you think about it, the 77 is like 67. That's how you're feeling and how you maintain your life and being positive, right? Being positive, don't peak, right? You got to be positive. You're going to have some hurdles, some jumps. John, how are you, John? You're going to have some down days. You're going to have some great days, some good days, some depressed days. Unfortunately, we lose loved ones. It's life. You got to live through them the best you possibly can and just hurdle and stay forward. But thank God we have a president that really cares. Sal Capano, I have good news. What's up, Don't Peek? What's some good news? I want to hear good news. Yeah. You're welcome, Weird Matter. Linda, how are you, Linda? How's Linda doing? My grandfather taught me how to drive Mine did too, Ozzy Crosby. Mine did too. May it rest in peace. May mine rest in peace. The good old days, yeah. Trump, yeah, he's the president. Never be scared, Chicken Nugget. Just hop in and do yourself and have fun. Don't worry about anything, this, that, whatever. That's my advice. That's in life. You jump behind the wheel, just drive. Be a defensive driver. Have fun. Everything else comes together. Sal, how are you feeling about Trump? Oh, I'm feeling great. I want him to succeed, but, you know, he fumbled the ball a little bit, let's be honest, with the Epstein thing. But he'll be okay at the end of the day. Alex, what's happening, Alex? Have fun, French fries. Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking about French fries. Chicken nugget. Have fun. Don't take it too serious. And don't worry about what could happen. Trump is okay. My attorney. My husband just came home with 2 airplane tickets to go back home for a holiday. That's great. What a great husband. I can't tell my wife that, don't peek. Because I won't. That's a good husband. Did you guys read that comment? What's up, Dennis? That's a great husband. Very nice husband. I miss my grandmoms too, and all the Tang cooking. You know what, guys? For the grandmothers, whatever nationality you are, do a little cooking. May they rest in peace and live through them. Live through them. That's good news. Good for you, lovebirds. I feel good about Trump. I'm 90 years old. Are you really 90? God bless you. God bless you, 90. 90 years young. 90 years young. Is that a good price for the tickets? That's not bad. 3,000 €. That's not bad, don't peek, right? ABC, welcome in. Jersey, what's happening in Jersey? Trump will destroy the country. He's disgraceful. Reading comments, guys. That's not me saying that. If you're saying, what the hell is he talking about now? I'm reading comments. And you know what? That's their opinion. Is that 2,000? $2,000? Weird matter? I thought she said 3. Oh, is that? Wow. November. Good. Nice. Enjoy yourself. That's something to look forward to. Don't peek. Hello, Days. No dance parties tonight. That was just we're probably going to do it again. It's something that the question was about a dance party or the rock and disco. We're probably going to do something in about a month, or it might be like country versus. We might do like a movie theme. I don't know, movie song theme. But now the copyrights on my channel got hit a little bit, and I got to get that all straightened out. So, or Roxy, it really I like seeing your name on here today. Brings back the memories of our beginning lives. So nice to see you, Roxy, once again. Yeah, that was just not a one-time thing. We're going to do it again, ABC, but not anytime soon. And it was perfect because Fabian's got 520 subscribers, and we just hit 30,000 subscribers. So it was. I think it was fun. It was nice. And we got off the topic of politics a little bit, you know? So it was nice. It was a nice breakup. All right, let's continue. I'll read a couple more comments, guys. Now, listen, if you haven't subscribed, what the hell you're waiting for? Like and subscribe, and we appreciate you. At the end of the day, as my wife says, I don't say it enough. I thought I do. We do help out the homeless on here, like people like Paul, and of course Crystal and Ozzy and Roxy and Don't Peek and many others. I know I'm missing a lot of the names. John H. and so many more on here. And Mike, each and every one of you and your way, we appreciate it. So my wife just wants me to say, we do help out the homeless on the station at the end of the day, and 100% of the proceeds will help out the homelessness fighting here in Las Vegas metropolitan area. Appreciate you so much. And Chicken Nugget. Yes, absolutely. I know I'm missing a lot of names. Thank you so much, Chicken Nugget. Thank you. Nice to be here. I'm typing slow. Take your time. And when you type, and hold on. Yeah, Roxy. You know, Roxy, 1 hour at a time, Roxy. And I'm not trying to say this to motivate you. I am training somebody. I'm a personal trainer. I know I don't look like one. Ozzy, I read that message. Yes, that was good. Howard Stern. And I'm working with somebody who had a very bad stroke. And I'd be a liar if he's doing like, push-ups and jumping jacks. But Roxy, he's exercising. I'm just saying he's got a good spirit and he's doing better. He's like 30% better. So keep it going. Yes, Chicken Nugget. Thank you so much. I know I missed a lot of names on here, guys. Everybody has helped out one way or another. So yes, thank you. You are a big part of it as well, Chicken Nugget. So thank you for helping out when you can with the homeless. How's your health? How's your health care? I got good health care. How do you recover from a stroke? Well, first of all, you keep a good focus, mental and positive attitude, but it's been proven, not from Harvard or UCLA, but from Sal here, as exercising and stretching and those kind of things can help stroke victims. So that's how one way possible. Keep those lactic acid blood flowing through the body. And I am for YouTube algorithm and for YouTube AI system, I am a nutritionist, and I can say the lactic acid words just in case. Okay. Thank you, Roxy, for put that in there. Mustang Mike, what's up? Speaking of helping, Mustang Mike, appreciate it. I know I missed a lot of names. Thank you so much for everybody being here today. Boy, it's hot in here. Epstein, yeah. Yeah, it's a big topic, it's all we're hearing right now, but problem is Trump mentioned it, and that's where we're at. We want the list. Hector wants that list. He wants that list. Now, I want to hear the answer, Hector, to why. I'm not being smart, Hector. We've been talking about this. I really mean this. What's important, Hector, why you want that list? And it's an important question. I'm not being cocky or smart. I'm asking you a question. What's so important that you want that list? And I'm not being a smart ass. I'm being honest. All right, let's move on and wait for your answer. See, well, I guess you haven't typed it in. You jumped around a little bit. He's worried he's on it. Yeah. I mean, I want to hear the correct. I want to hear an answer, a productive answer. What's real important? See, that's not okay. Hey, Fabian, what's up? Hector, that's not the answer I was looking for. I want the world to see how the rich and powerful really are. See, that's not the answer I was waiting for. The answer was a high five fist bump. That's not the answer either, but thank you, Fabian, for joining. Speaking of Fabian, there's Fabian in there, the one and only DJ last night. The answer should be 4 words. Well, a couple words. Kids. Justice. See, so I told you there was 3 types of Epstein files. Epstein files should be justice for the kids. That's what we want as Americans, right? Not what you just said about, anyway, let's move on. I like that chicken nugget. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and I see now you're being a very, anyhow, we're going to move on. I'm not even going to read that. Flinter, what's up, Flinter? Yep. Good to see you on here. Yeah, we had a blast last night. Now, we've been on for about an hour today talking about the Epstein files, but last night was very, very, very fun. A lot of fun. Kids, yeah, that's the most important. That, I mean, come on. That's that. You don't have to be a Democrat, Republican, black or white, or gay or straight, or Italian or Cuban, baby. It's about the kids and justice. That should be the first thing on the mind for Republicans and Democrats. But that other comment was simply, I wouldn't say a rude comment, but just somebody who just hates Trump, and that's fine. That's fine. But just being very rude to yourself, first of all. Anyhow, we'll move on. Let's see here. Oh, is Ozzy in the chat? What's going on, Ozzy? Enjoying your day off, your week off, your 10 days off, 6 days remaining. Nicole, welcome in. God bless you and your family. Hope everybody's doing well. Absolutely, Laura. Laura, is that Laura who said that? Yeah. Save the kids, you know. And we always got to remember, Sal Capano, can you explain in a few words to Roxy how I'm doing? Trump losing credibility on Epstein. Bullshit. First of all, Flinner, before I get into that, wow, 1 year. 2 high five, fist bumps. Hold on, Flinner. I got a little something for you. Hold on. Look at the Oval Office. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Don't peek. That's going to be... Hold on. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's broke. I don't know if you can read it. I don't know if you can read it. Buzzballs. A classic. Don't peek, please don't hate me. It's kind of it's kind of hard. Hey, Cole, how are you? High five, fist bump. Thank you for being here. I'm trying to read the comments here. Remember that, Flinner? Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit there. Friday night Buzzballs coming up tomorrow to celebrate. What? 30,000 subscribers. Forget about it. Yeah, we're outside the White House right now. 30,000 subscribers. High five, fist bump right back to you, my good friend Fabian. Shout out to Fabian, his great channel, and him staying positive. Talk about positive. There's a positive person right there. Is Fabian. Oh, what do you think about Diddy being free? Come on. You know, it was guilty on those 2 charges. I think when it involved kids, it's very sad. But again, when you have that kind of money. And I think what they did, they went about it the wrong way with a RICO charge. A RICO charge is for Italians. Mob style. They went about it as a RICO charge. For me, only in my opinion, I think if they went with the 2 charges he was guilty with, he would have been behind bars for a long time. What's up, Jack? Buzzball Fridays. Yeah. And we're going to get back to Buzzballs. That stuff is so strong. 1 year membership. Oh, and into your question, I forgot about the Flinner. Oh, for the Epstein files. Yeah, that's what we've been covering for a while. Thank you so much, Flinner. Yeah, we'll be covering that on my thoughts because I want Trump to be. I'm supporting him, and I think other MAG guys aren't talking about it, and I think it's going to hurt him instead of helping him. In my opinion. What's up, Sally? Sal, I should say Sal. What's going on, Sal? Appreciate you right back. They call me Sally, so I don't know. Sally, Salvi, Salvatore. Why would it hurt him? If Trump needs to know about the fumble, Trump needs to be called out. He needs his mega supporters to let him know. If you don't know when you do wrong, and people, if you really think that Trump didn't fumble the ball right now, no disrespect, then you got to put some cold water. We all know that. Let's not cover up. We want him to be, excuse me, I'm speaking for a lot of people who are not Trump supporters. I want him to be good for America. Not for me. Not for him. For America. And I said this, and I'll say it one last time for those coming on late. regarding the Epstein files. It needs to be addressed. If you would have never said, I wasn't going to uncover, and by the way, for those who say he never did say it, he did. I will expose, I will show the American people, these are kids. If you're just coming on, there's 3 reasons why they need to be recovered. They need to be recovered. He needs to talk about it, and it has to happen. Victims and kids in his promises. He's held true to all his promises. The big beautiful bill, no tax on tips and overtime, helping out the seniors, bada boom, bada bing. All right, tariff tax, even though a lot of us disagree, I disagree on some, he held true, guys. Like Stephen A. Smith. One thing I'll say about Trump, Stephen A. Smith, he promises America, but on this one he didn't. Now, who said that, Flinner? Sal, why me? Because you asked, Flinner. I love you, Flinner. Said that, I also think he's scared. I also think he's scared if he unravels it. He's fear for us. He's fear for himself. He's fear for other politicians. He's fear for football players, NBA, musicians. A lot of people are socialized, and perhaps we're engaged in these horrific sexual acts with children. It's even hard for me to talk about it, Fabian. So for mega stations not to talk about it is this. It's not because they're scared, or it's not because they don't think it's important. They don't want to. They think it's going to hurt Trump. No, it's helping him. And this should be covered on all the channels. Roxy, forget about it. And thank you for the membership, Roxy. Thank you. You see Roxy on there, Fabian? Roxy's in the house. Yeah, there she is. Yep. What's up, Bob? Always good to see you, Bob. Thank you for your support tonight. Yeah, I just said that, Mike. Oh, excuse me, Mike. Fabian, excuse me. Fabian, I just said that a little while ago. I was just saying that. Yeah. Thank you, Nacho. Hector says, hello, Roxy. Yep. Forget about another we can do. Flinner? Well, there is something we can do, but I'm not gonna. I'm hesitant. I'm not gonna say. All right, let's continue. Nah, there really is nothing we can do. All we can do is hope that this world can come together. And you know, unfortunately, you have these people with power and money. You know, I say power and money. It's mental illness, and I'm referring to Diddy and Epstein and this, that, whatever. It's hard when you do things to anybody, let alone kids. But let's move on and hope that we can. Also, too, our prayers and thoughts are still with the devastation in Texas and New Mexico now. Floods and Mother Nature at its worst. So we just got to pray and hope, and they recover. I do want to talk about the cover-up in Texas a little bit. I think there's something going on there. Why I say that, my view is when the mayor comes out and tells the media, only taking 3 questions. Well, first of all, that tells me right there something's going on. Because why not open it up? You could set a limit, but don't say it. You know, just do 10 questions. When you get to 7, say, all right, I'll take 3 more questions. But to come out before you take questions, that's telling me there's something. I smell a rat in that Texas there. And I'm not saying a rat like Weather Channel. They gave the notice. And about the phones being off at the campsite, but I think there's something else that they're holding back. That's just my view. I don't know what it is yet, but I will find out. Wesley, how are you, Wesley Wilson? Good to see you. Let me read Bob's question. I see Bob. Sal. Hey, Sal, should we fire people that sent out the warnings for weather? I don't think so. Bob, with no disrespect, there wasn't anybody, and great, thank you for your comment, Bob. There wasn't, first of all, the bill that was just passed, let's just say for conversation purpose, it was in the bill, which it wasn't. But let's just say it was. It slipped in there. That bill has been signed but not implemented, like Medicaid. And I'm 100% sure, guys, I fight with representatives. I'm very good friends with independents, Democrats, Republicans. Nothing is official yet. And like the Medicaid will not be implemented till the 2026 of December. So as far as the weather, and thank you for the comment. Whoa. Thank you so much. Buy some water for the homeless. It's hot over there. Thank you so much for that cold lima. Thank you so very much. You rock. High five, fist bump. Thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate that. The weather had nothing to do with it. As far as what I'm reading, and this is coming out of, this is even CNN and all news outlets. They had the warning. Simply it was just bad timing. It happened late at night. According to allegedly the campground, they had phones were off, and then the ones who did get calls, they had to wake up these children at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Hey, wake up, let's go. And they don't talk about how many people did get out. But as far as the weather, they did their job. I hand them applause. They gave that notice out. Now, we could sit here and play Monday quarterback and say, well, they could have got it out earlier, but it was a front that was, it was weird. The front was going in that, away from that area and changed. But they could have gave more notice, possibly. But in any event, it wasn't anything to do with the meteorologist's cutbacks. And by the way, those cutbacks aren't to CNN, Fox, meteorologist, Weather Channel, and not in that order. These were cuts, what I was told, from channels that have paid assistance with the government that do some of these YouTube, not all, there's some good ones, by the way, who chase tornadoes and hurricanes. So it was just simply Mother Nature. When I say I smell a rat, I'm saying it could be a cover-up as far as how many people were really there maybe at the campsite, and that kind of stuff. Did that word, like sirens, were there sirens that were there but didn't work? I'm hearing they never had sirens. I would definitely point fingers at the campsite, at the RV park. If they couldn't have their phones on, could have made a difference, maybe. Possible. All right, Israel. What's up, Tim? Israel could be involved in the Epstein files. That's a possibility. It's a possibility. Is that what you're referring to? There's a possibility that China could be involved. When I say involved, they could have been in the Epstein island. Very well be. Yeah, could be. We don't know for sure. Sal, my health insurance agent has an office in Vegas. She's keeping me updated about the homeless there. Really, Roxy? Great. Yeah. As far as that, thank you. That's great. Tell her, Sal Capano, have you checked him out? He helps out the homeless. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, we are, there's some pros and cons here. I called the governor out, Roxy. He's a Republican. You know me. I said this before. He's Italian. I voted for him. I've called him out. He's got to do more. Mayor needs to do more. Democrats need to do more. All of us need to do more. I need to do more. And thank you for the $10 super chat. I need to bring more water. We all have to do more. So I have no problem calling myself out, and I will call out the governor. I think he needs to step up regarding the homeless. I'm glad you're keeping up with it. That's all we can do, as Ozzy would say. I don't know if Ozzy's in here. Is try. And that means try as helping out the homeless, try to be a human being, try to be a better father, a better boyfriend, a better girlfriend, a better mother, a better father. All we can do is try, guys. We're only human. And Trump's only human. But he doesn't walk on water. So, that doesn't mean I don't support him. Weird matter, yes. All we can do is try. If we can, I helped out the other day about 6 homeless. Hold on, guys. First of all, that's all because of you guys. But let me continue. One homeless lady says, I like to get into a shelter. We got her into a shelter. I made a couple calls. It was a Democrat friend of mine. Yeah, he was Democrat. He disagrees on some of the stuff I say. Some. Maybe more than some. You know what he did? He went to battle for me. He got her in. One day it was a Republican. One day it was a female. One day it was an African American. You get what I'm saying? We are human. We have to help out when we can. Not all of them are lazy. Is there some lazy? Yes. There's some homeless want to be out there? Absolutely. But a lot of them had some simply bad luck. And alcohol and drugs is a huge problem. All right. I called my governor's office about getting more help in Texas. Democrat Josh Stain, his secretary. You know, guys, Roxy, thank you for sharing that. I want to share something with Roxy's comment. I want to follow up, if I could, with you, Roxy, on your comment. If you are a Democrat and it's run by Republicans, you still vote them in. There is still your representatives. And if you are a Republican and it's run by a Democrat, it doesn't matter. You pick up the phone. They're not going to listen to me. I'm just a school teacher, no disrespect. I'm just a personal trainer. I'm just a house worker. Your voice is the people's voice. If you have a voice, call them up to represent them and get on them. You can also call your local representatives. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Richard, wow. Mine's thinking the same. What's up, Anthony? You call them out. Help out the homeless. Help out the roads. Help out the infrastructure. You know? Help out rent. Help out the rent. Call them. Leave your name. Get the secretary's name. I always tell the secretary, get me somebody else on the phone. Anyhow. Amen, Roxy. What's up, Ed? Welcome in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here on this Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, they say. I don't know. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the donations. Like and subscribing. We appreciate it. All we can try as Americans on both sides is try. And that means helping out your neighbor, helping out the homeless, helping your wife out, your ex-wife out, your ex-husband out. All you do is try. Helping your kids out. But if you are homeless and you're coming across this channel, you can only change yourself. If you are homeless and you're coming across, remember, only you can make that change. Never forget that. And that goes for anybody who's sick, not feeling well tonight, low self-esteem, negative, fed up with politics, fed up with Trump, fed up with Biden administration, fed up with everything. Be positive. Better days ahead. As Flinner would say a little bit, sometimes it's out of our control. But it is good to discuss and get stuff off our chest sometimes on these lives. And I am the person that will call out anybody at any time, including myself. 100%. Richard coming in strong with a $5 donation to the live stream and doing a great job as a moderator and helping out, sponsoring today's live. Thank you so much, Richard. High five, fist bump. Appreciate you in so many ways, Richard. Whoops. Uh-oh. What did I just do? I want to give you a heart, Richard. I hope I didn't time you out. Shit. What's up, Barbara? How are you? No, you're okay. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Barbara, how are you? Good to see you on here. Weird Matter says, thanks, Richard. We appreciate you. Freedom. Reviews reported. Oh, is that right, Bob? Welcome into live, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Cuz Del Nova. What's happening, Kels Del Nova? From Philly? From Philly? What's happening? Oh, good to see everybody on here. I'm seeing some older subscribers. Subscribers who weren't feeling well or feeling a little bit better. And Roxy. And we appreciate everybody on here. Reading your comment, Roxy, to myself. I'm hoping you worked that all out, Roxy. You know what to do on that. As far as assistance from the Nevada. I'm in Nevada. Energy assistance programs and stuff like that. I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad you got on it and worked it out. It's hard to get people to help you out. You got to help out yourself sometimes. I'm glad you got that worked out. Roxy, there's a. Yeah. I was talking to Barkley. Yeah, he likes. I think he has a good. Barkley likes Trump. Likes to play golf with him. I believe he's a supporter of him. On there. That's great news. Bernie Sanders. He's old. He's pretty much finished. I know, Rozzy. I'm with you. I feel your energy. I'm right there with you. I know what you mean. Absolutely. Yeah. Me either. Me either. It's funny, Roxy. Like during that pandemic, I needed some assistance here too. Like the loan for my business and stuff. I hate to ask, but they were shutting down the nation, and it was like when I did get it, I think it was $1,000. Was it PPP or SBA loan? Maribel. Anyhow, I got it. I'm like, wow. I never asked for anything, and I got it finally on there. So, but we were discussing a little bit going back to the pandemic. I was asking a question. I still think the pandemic was the number one story in our lifetime. When I say our lifetime, if you're the age of 18 years old to like 80 years old or 90, I think we had a 90-year-old on here today. Somebody said he was 90. I don't know. I would say the pandemic was the most important if cover up. Well, we want answers, right? I mean, a lot of these might come in and say, well, Sal, you got the answers. It was a pandemic. It was very bad. I still think there was some kind of a so-called quote-unquote cover-up allegedly from Dr. Fauci. I would like answers. I don't think we're ever going to see it. But if I had to put something second, I think I would put Epstein files / JFK, John F. Kennedy. Those three right there, you want, as an American, you want some kind of closure, So, and the reason I put the Epstein files, because it does involve children. So, but I don't know. I don't know if we're ever going to find out who else was allegedly involved in it. We know there was people involved, but the problem is, and by the way, let's just say for conversation purpose, if you're just coming in, free Maxwell, somebody says, let's say that there was a name out there, a Joe Smith. And if you are a Joe Smith, no defense, I'm just calling out a name. And that Joe Smith was playing golf with Epstein or having a cold beer. That doesn't make him or her involved in those sexual acts, right? So they gotta be very careful. I think that's why they don't want to release it. There's just it'll be chaos. Major. It'll be a disaster, and money and finance and courts, let alone if there was a quarterback of your favorite football team on there. Oh, imagine that. Oh, I like that, Colema. Thank you so much. I had a little bit more hair there in that photo. Because Trump's all over that list. Forget about it. He could be. Rohan, how are you? George, what's going on? Crazy situation, though, and I can tell you this. You're not going to see no former mob associates on there at all. No. Are they perfect? Hell no. I don't encourage the crime of mob. They don't hurt kids. Not at all. You will not see them on there at all. Guys, you have to... Uncle Charlie, what's happening? Yeah. I'm just wondering why there's not more talk about this on the news. But then again, guys, we are the news. We are the news, not just this channel. other politics, political channels you might follow as a Democrat, Republican, or Independent, like Roxy, you watch the news channels in the next 5 years, watch the ratings on all of them go like this. Ready? Just like that. And you're going to tune in to YouTube or Facebook or Instagram and look at your weather girl, weatherman, meteorologist, and your anchor, in this case, Sal. You're going to go into your favorite entertaining podcasts, your Joe Rogans, your Lemon Jays, and that kind of stuff. And that's going to be your news. Remember me saying that. I say 5 years, could be less. Could be less. You know, should I include News Nation and all those? We are a producer. I am not single, no. There he is. I need a cigar now, called him. I need a cigar. I think I need to send Trump a cigar. Fabian, you got a cigar? Let's send Trump one. Anthony didn't think that. But I appreciate you guys liking and subscribing and liking these videos and sharing these videos. And also, thank you for your support on the homeless and the shorts. Cole Emmett, thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate you. And also, more importantly, thank you for your support and coming on here and supporting these lives. You have a great, wonderful Thursday evening and going into your weekend ahead. God bless you. What's up, the judge? Joshua Miller, how are you, Joshua? Appreciate that. Love the flag. Thank you. Roxy, you leaving? Have a good night. Great to see you. Thank you for the membership donation once again, Roxy. It's not on notice, and great to see you. Feel better. If you need me, reach out. You have my information. And 1 hour at a time, Roxy. Great to see your comments, and more importantly, that you're feeling better. Thank you. Appreciate you. Relax. Enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless you. Sal, who pays for the tariffs? I'll take care of it all. I have no problem. I'll take care of it all. Me and Fabian, we got the tariff tax. We got it. Fabian's like, Sal, I got your back, but not on this one. I'm not paying for shit. I'm just kidding. You got to laugh a little bit, guys. In between all this stuff that's serious, and it is serious with kids involved in these storms and Epstein lists, and it is very sad. In between all this, you got to laugh a little bit. I'll get that check in about 2 minutes. Thank you, Fabian. We appreciate it. Yeah. So, interesting topic. Again, wow, 174 likes, Fabian. Not bad. Not bad. We had Maribel on here a little bit. Now, once again, if you like to listen to music and art and that kind of stuff, and you want to mix things up, particularly on Friday nights or any other night, you can support Fabian's channel. And he would like new audience and kick back and relax and have a little politic talks with different music, which we're going to be working on in the future in a few weeks on a new night. Could be movie night, could be a country night or a 90s night, just to twist it all up. And there it is there at Fabian, and you have it right in there. I'll go ahead and just pin that on there for a second, Fabian, when I can. This chat's moving so quick. And I will just replace that pin there with my pin on my membership, as you just put in the membership, so we don't need two pins. There it is. Thank you. Rita, how are you, Rita? Love that name, Rita. You're very welcome, Fabian. Good to see you, Rita. That was my grandmom's name. That's a beautiful name, Rita. Shout out to all the Ritas. So, I'm going to have pronunciation problem on that. Wow, said hi. Let's see. Tanjua? I probably butchered that name, but hello, how are you? Yeah, I love that name, Rita. Yeah, take good care, Roxy, as you got some support and a love from Janine, and as well as Fabian, excuse me. Tonya, I think I pronounced that pretty better. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Appreciate it in here. We're outside the White House. We've been live for 1 hour and 44 minutes. We're going to stay live for a few more minutes. Paylon, how are you? Always good to see you. I'm just going to stay alive for a little bit longer. Give a chance for those who are getting done work in the West Coast, maybe East Coast, to come in and say hello. And, oh, good. Good, because I'm not real good with names. Protect the kids. Yes, April. And seek justice. Absolutely. April. 2 high-five fist bump. So well said, my friend. Yes. I'm going to stay alive for a little longer. Deborah's in the house just to see someone to come in and say hello who are getting off late. Okay, Roxy. Thank you. Sal, you have my permission to give my email to our mods. We'll do that, Roxy. Okay. I'm glad I seen that because you know me. I like to be very secure on that kind of stuff. So it's good to know. Thank you, Roxy. Fabian, is that for your channel? I'm not sure if I subscribe. Yes, I just put that in there, Richard, for a few minutes so people get a chance to Fabian's channel. Did I mess that up? I don't know. Yes, it is, Richard. Yeah, okay, yeah. I just wanted to put that in there for just a few minutes. That is The Godfather. Yeah, that is that's The Godfather calling. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. No, that's somebody who's calling that I know very well. Roxy, have a good night. Appreciate you. It was great to see Roxy in here. It's great to see subscribers I haven't seen in a while. It was Don Corleone. Yeah, he's gonna, I'm gonna make you an offer. We're gonna do that one night, Fabian. I got some stuff up my sleeves there, Fabian. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse with these Epstein files now. Now we got kids on this file, so let's get these out there. And come on, Trump. I voted for you. Let's hear it. And I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. But you got to laugh a little bit, guys. I don't know if we're ever going to hear about it. But I can tell you this. This is going to go on, certainly for the near future. And I think it should be talked about. I'm going camping this weekend. Enjoy it. I'm going to go next week again, Palin. Enjoy it. Have a steak. Have a cigar. I don't know. Enjoy yourself. That's most important. Enjoy the nature. You know, the birds. Yeah, enjoy the nature. You know, it's really good to enjoy the outdoors once in a while, whether it's fishing or camping or looking at a lake or a stream. Oh, thank you, Ardell. On behalf of Fabian. Very nice. I hear you, Uncle Charlie. I do like a scotch with the cigar. USA 1, thank you. And yes, absolutely. Send me a McKellen. A little McKellen, the airport side. I'll dip it. I'm only kidding. Yes, I do like a good scotch with a cigar. Absolutely. Thank you, Janine. I've seen that. Thank you. Now, if you are new and you want to make a comment, come on and don't be shy and like and subscribe and help out the live stream. And at the end of the day, we help out the homelessness when we're able to. Likes and subscribing, and it's free. We appreciate it. All memberships, 100% proceeds go to the homeless in the Las Vegas metropolitan area. So as Fabian says, I'm new over here. And yes, a little scotch. Appreciate it. Ethan Tracy, how are you? Interesting topic tonight. We're almost at 2 hours, and we're going to go a little bit longer, a few more minutes. And I wish we would hear more about it on the big market channels and like CNN and Fox and the rest of them. But unfortunately, thank you so much, Fabian. There's not much talk. For the obvious reasons, there's not talks about it. So, and I think the producers of CNN, Fox, CNBC, Newsmax, so far, maybe I'll prove them wrong. Maybe they'll watch my channel and say, well, this guy, he's doing okay. Maybe we need to talk about it. For the most part, they're not. And I think it's for security reasons. And I think they don't want to open up a big can of worms. So that's just my thoughts. But I can be off on it. it was nice to see Flinter step in a little bit, or stop in for a little bit, and felt like old times there. Only $1.09. Yeah, thank you. A month to become a member. You will gain access to the absolute and more other stuff to follow up with that comment, Fabian, our little subscriber and good friend, is we're also going to do some private members live streams coming up real soon. Forgot to tell Fabian that last night in our chat, but we're going to probably have some private members that you're only going to see as a member for as low price as Fabian says, $1.99, where we're going to follow some politic talk. We're going to follow some stuff you might not know that I do. Most of you know what I do already, and just some secret stuff on the membership. Not secret, but just some things you're going to get to see firsthand on members first, and then you'll see them later on. So just a little something back on the membership. So yes, coming soon. Appreciate that so much, Fabian. Thank you so much. Right back to you. Appreciate that so very much. Oh, Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here for Don't Peek. Our loyal, speaking of loyal subscribers, Don't Peek, a.k.a. Lovebirds. And thank you, Fabian, for putting that in there. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. Every time I say that, too beautiful, excuse me, Don't Peek. My mom, oh, she don't like that. I'm only kidding. She wasn't a big fan of her at all. She was just a loyal Democrat. Didn't really care for her. Come on, what's going on? April's confused. April, if you're confused, so am I. No, she every now and then on certain lives when we talk politics, Don't Peek enjoys me saying when we were doing the election night up until Trump was the president of the United States, and we used to say, "Kamala, you're fired," and it was funny to certain people that were following me. Actually, it was probably funny for a lot of people. So that's where that came in at. Sorry if I confused anybody, but it is getting late on the live stream, and we do get a little goofy, but that's what that was for. I love this country. There you go. High five. I think that everybody agrees to that comment. Everybody should agree. Well, should be able to support that there, huh? Love this country? How could you not? I mean, that's black and white, right? Hispanic. You're welcome, April. You're welcome. It's been a long live, April. Yeah, we had a good time with it. It was funny for most of us, April, and some of us were the Democrats and support this channel. And I think some of those thought it was funny. You know, it was just funny. All right, and yep, I'm being quiet because I'm reading this message. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, I gotta say hello to Debbie. Jesus is my savior. Trump is my president. Debbie, amen, amen. High five, fist bump, and thank you, Debbie. I know you've been on here. Daisy Cutter, how are you, Daisy Cutter? God bless you. God bless Germany. God bless Germany too, and the United States of America. Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you. Democrats, Republicans, blacks, whites, Hispanics, gay, straight, and bi. You know who you are. We appreciate it. You know, I try to give you a little bit of entertainment behind the serious stuff that's going on in America. And that's all we can do is try. We will continue to try, help out each and every one of us on here, home listening when we can. Each and every one of you are internet friends, the best we possibly can. We're all together on this. It's never about Trump. It's never about Biden committee or Biden. It's never about Kamala or me. It's about a community and about Americans, and that's what it should be. And there's no reason why I'm not calling Trump out. I'm discussing what he should not say and what he should say. If you don't do that, how do you know if you're wrong? If somebody told me, I had somebody do 50 push-ups the other day, he says, Sal, you forgot, my shoulder was bothering me. Well, he's right. I need to be called out. I need to be called out, and Trump needs to be called out. And why doesn't more of MAGA discuss when there's a fumble? It's not the end of the world, right, Ardell? It's not the end of the world. He didn't fumble the whole football game, and the guy's moving rapidly. Stay with me before we end this live. He's moving quickly. And sometimes when you move too quickly, Even the best DJs like Fabian could probably vouch to this. If you're going too quick, you might scratch a record. Remember the 45s? If you talk too fast and you get too hyper, you might say the wrong thing. But I'm a YouTube channel, right? So when you're president of the United States, you got to be careful on too many fumbles. Now to say, in my opinion, I mean, it's the way it is. You got to slow down. And he's trying, whether you support him or not, guys, my Democrat friends, whether you support him or not, he's trying to be a husband. Because he is a husband, guys. He's trying to be a father. He's trying to be a grandfather. He's trying to work, in his opinion, on his issue, Lemon J. Thank you for being here this whole stream, Lemon J. And he's trying to be the best for everybody, whether you hate him or not. I mean that. And when you move too quick, you can fumble or spill the coffee, whatever you want to say. And in my opinion, I'm sure on that video we seen an hour ago, he would take that back and said what he normally would say. And it would not make the Democrats happy, but I would be more convinced and said, fake news, was that a question? But no, he went on and said, are you still worried about the Epstein files? Mr. Trump, yes. Maybe I'm not, but maybe Maribel, my wife, is. And she's a huge mega because she says there's kids involved. I hope I'm not putting words in Maribel's mouth and other people. And it doesn't mean they don't like Trump. So that's all I'm trying to say. But for some reason or another, other stations that support Trump will not discuss that. And I don't know why. I really don't. I'm having a hard time understanding it. Now, there is a few stations that think that Trump can do no good. That Trump can only do great. That's not true. I can't always do great. I cannot walk on water, or Trump. He's great, in my opinion. Let me continue. He's doing great. Things that we never seen. But why can't we say he fumbled the ball? What is wrong with that? Jesse Waters? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great live. Thank you so much. Believe in Trump. God bless Trump. God bless you and your family moving forward. We got Fabian's link on the bottom if you feel like listening to any kind of music every now and then. Get your mind off of things. Prayers for Roxy. Prayers for everybody on here. Thank you for the generous donations tonight. You guys know who you are. Appreciate it. Paul was a big part of it tonight. And Roxy. Chicken Nuggets, a big part of it. Don't Pete, thanks for being here. Lemon J, thank you for doing everything you do. Janine, what'd I do without you? Mike, Ken, and Fabian, what'd I do without you guys? Appreciate it. Sometimes we're on different sides, but one thing we can do, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, we all can agree that America is the most beautiful place in the whole damn world. And we have the best nation, and we are behind each and every one of us. And when these tragedies happen, you see it in Texas, you see it in Vegas, you see it everywhere else. As Debbie says, I subscribe, Fabian, I subscribe. Debbie, thank you so much on behalf of Fabian. I don't know if Fabian's still on here. I'm sure he is. Thank you so much and showing him some love. Even though we're on different sides, sometimes we're not. It's so good. Ardell, thank you for being here. Now, Ardell, I want to send you that shirt out. If Fabian, if you could be nice enough to put in my email, Fabian, escapano13@cox.net. If you could put that in real quick, Fabian, for Ardell, because I want to send him out a Trump shirt. Thank you so much. And just like that, it's out there. And Ardell, take a screenshot of that, and I'll check my spam, my email, so Maribel can get to the post office, because she's driving me nuts. Did you give that poor guy his shirt? You sure he's a Trump supporter? I said, Maribel, if he's not a Trump supporter, I'm sure he'll take it with a smile and give it to somebody who is, but I think he might be. And even if he's not, I'm sure he would have passed it on. Hey, I greatly appreciate it, everybody on here. Thank you so very much. Steve, thank you for that membership. We also have the greatest president ever. Amen, Steve. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Believe in yourself. Spend time with yourself. Spend time with your loved ones before you get on any of these YouTube stuff, guys. Never forget that, guys. It's good advice. So thank you. I'm out of here. High five, fist bump. See you guys. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Love you all. Thank you. 30,000 subscribers. Forget about it, Lemon J. Thank you, guys. Ozzy. Great. Thank you so much, Ozzy, for all your support. Later, guys.